Alright, so Path of Exile have now announced the 3.14 Ultimatum League, and there are some major changes to the game coming with this league. Most importantly, there's a lot of changes to old content, and there are 5 pretty major things that I'm going to go over in this video that I think was kind of unnoticed by the community from what I've seen. Now, we're going to start off with the Labyrinth and mainly Enchants. I know a lot of people are super hyped about the fact that we're going to be able to get lab trials through Offering of the Goddesses in our map device from now on, which is super great as well. But a very major update this league is the fact that we're going to be able to get 3 different helmet enchants alongside with our boots and gloves enchants now when we do the Labyrinth. And that is pretty major because it's going to be much easier to get certain helmet enchants now when there's so many in the game. And this is going to make lab running or doing lab overall a lot more interesting. And also there's going to be another UI update with Twice Enchanted that we sadly do not have footage of right now. Harvest crafting is getting pretty major nerfs in the Ultimatum League, and no matter what your opinion is on this, just know that GGG has added some more interesting bestiary crafts to the game. As you can see here, we'll be able to add mods to certain influenced items, and even though it's not a guaranteed mod of any kind, it is still something extra, and hopefully GGG will expand on this in the future as well to make up for the harvest nerfs. Now, in my opinion, I think that this is one of the biggest changes that this league is bringing, is the fact that Alva Temples will be able to be a tradable item. Now, there's been a lot of discussions in the past league that harvest crafting, you have to sell and buy in different discords, and it's super annoying to trade these things. But for a long time, the same thing has been applied to syndicate, benches, and challenges, and even Alva Temple things such as double crops or double gem crops or what it may be. But now, this is the first step towards progressing on this for the community overall, is that we'll be able to have these things tradable, such as the Alva Temple here. So in the past, I've used discords a lot myself. You can sell double crops for 1 or 2 Exile certain leagues, and you can make a lot of money from that. And now with the new Atlas changes that you can like farm Alva Temples a lot more, this will actually be a pretty nice way to make money. You can just pump out Alva Temples that have double cropped and sell them much easier to other players if you're not looking to double crop anything yourself. So this is a pretty major change, and I think this is a really good one. Another pretty interesting update this league is that Breachstones will be able to be upgraded a tier by applying a blessing onto the Breachstone all the way up to pure. Now, this means that actually picking up splinters like Esh and Xof later on in the league might still be kind of interesting, because the more Breachstones you can get, the more blessings you can get, and therefore the more pure Breachstones you can get as well. And pure Breachstones are pretty nice to farm experience. You can use them in rotations, and they can also drop some pretty interesting items from the bosses, as you have a higher chance to drop the more rare unique items from the bosses as well. So what this means is that it's probably going to be a lot more worth it to pick up those shitty splinters eventually later on into the league. But one very sad thing is that we will not be getting splinters stacked this league. It is hopefully something that we will see in the future that will make this even more interesting. Now, lastly, we have arrived at essences, a pretty underused form of crafting in Path of Exile in my opinion. And they're getting some nice buffs this league, nothing major, but still pretty good overall. Some of the high tier essences are getting some buffs and also some new modifiers to certain essences as well. Now, every league, I use essences quite a bit early and mid league, and you can actually make some pretty nice items that can be worth quite a bit. But I never see anyone really use these properly or utilize them in any way. So now with the changes, I think that using essences is going to be a lot more interesting. Now also with the harvest nerfs, this is a good way of actually crafting some pretty interesting items. So I definitely think you should have a look at essences if you haven't already. Now I'm just going to squeeze in one teeny tiny last little thing here at the end. Most of you people who saw the announcement trailer already had your jaw drop to the floor when you saw that certain league specific uniques will be added to the core game. And one of those unique items is the HeadHunter. So now you're going to be able to drop a headhunter from basically anywhere in the game. You don't have to do specific content to actually drop one. It's just going to be able to be dropped from whatever, you know, any fucking random map, whatever boss you're killing. So enjoy watching all those Reddit posts and hear your friends brag about how they got a fucking headhunter from some tier 1 shit boss. Alright, I'm going to be real with you. I want you to slam dunk the shit out of the subscription button here on YouTube, and then I want you to go over to twitch.tv/burgerbrush, drop the follow there, and show up all the freaking time. Or I can just say thank you for watching the video and have a good day, but that wouldn't be fun, would it?